Hello guys, welcome back to the Loomian Legacy Nuzlocke again. Like last time we got two people to name the Loomians, which are showing up on the screen right now, or the people who suggested the names, and to the person who suggested to be named Twitter. It kept on hashtagging it. So, I'm sorry, even if I tried splitting up the word, it didn't fix. But you can always give a different name, and it'll be chosen. So, what we do first is that I decide to go to the sweet retreat. And yeah, I did record this before the what's it called? Dractus, whatever it's came out. I did get some cakes to get to 25 so I can encounter a Cinnaboo. Got some disc, quickly went over to Cinnaboo, and of course I tried catching it. The reason I chose Cinnaboo to get is because everything I would have Machibi and Grom are both very weak, so I didn't want one of those, and they're bad against our second battle theater. Then we go to, I forgot, Route 4 or whatever. We then proceed to blind everyone in existence. And then they get mad at us because we blinded them. And then Mabel and Lucy and Lucas fight us. First up is Lucy. Lucy was a very, very easy battle with Cinnaboo and our Weebolt called Wheelie now has easily taken out her Loomians. Then the next one we fight is Lucas, who he is also pretty easy since Kabanga is weak to Cinnaboo's line attack, and also his Giglo is weak to our bubble, like we used in the first episode, I guess. Then just start talking. I should have took this one out, but now I'm too lazy to edit it because it took me a while to edit it, and I'm not editing it again. So, then after I heal, we then go down to get our first encounter of the episode. Well, no, second encounter, yeah, of the episode. A Sluggling, which is very bad since I wanted to get a Sluggling from the Kanoko village for an extra Loomian, but since I decided to put dupe scores, we cannot get the Sluglings now. They decided, and somehow the Sluggling breaks out at red HP and paralyzed like the first time before it even shakes, which is really weird. Then get our next encounter, which is a Rock Roller, which is really good for the second battle theater since they use fire types, and also good for the monks. And Igneous Hollow, the only problem is that it's level 11, so yeah. After catching it in a cookie disc, we then evolve our Wheelie after fighting Jenna. And Wheelie is now a Sturzap, which would be very good since now it's learning Storm Summon. Even though it costs a lot of energy, it is a really good move this time. Then go into Igneous Hollow and get an invisible Skalava, which then appears. And this Skalava would not be very useful since it's a fire type. Yeah, and we're about to go to the fire type battle theater. So I might just use this thing too. If I ever get in a risky situation, yeah, I'm probably gonna let it die. And just in case. But then, after we catch the Skalava, we then find something very bad happens when fighting a Rockroller. Since we had nothing good against Rockroller, our Sluggling had to go. Since Sluggling had the only good moves against them, we now have nothing against any Rockrollers, which they have a lot of. But after that, we then get our Twiddle to evolve, or our Twitter, into a bigger bird, which Parrot looks way better than it did before. Like, Parrot looked very demonic, and purposely do the puzzle wrong so we can get Encounter, which is a Twilight, since we do need to fill up our last team slot. After catching this annoying rat, we then, of course, go do the puzzle right this time, and then go to the corrupt Ikazoon, which I use my Rockroller against, even though my Rockroller is very 7 levels under. This weird corrupted Ikazoon kept on using electric type moves on me, which, even though I'm pretty sure it has maybe some fire type move on it, it didn't use it, which is really weird. But since the corrupted Ikazoon went really well, I decided not to grind for the second battle theater, even though, yeah, we probably should have. And blah blah blah, corrupt rock, whatever. I forgot to edit this part out, and I'm not editing it out. So, then we go to the Heiwa battle theater, do the puzzles very easily, and the trainers are no match for Peppa Pig, which is, I'm glad we got the bubble R now, called Peppa Pig, which really fits. Then we go fight Akio, because, we have to. The Kratos is not really good against R, but for some reason it decides to use Spare on us, and since Mud Splatter makes its speed full, it does not go super fast. And yeah, but it's really annoying that it has the move Dodge, since Dodge is basically very much guaranteed unless you use it 2 times in a row, which I'm pretty sure it somehow did use it 2 times in a row and it worked both times, or that was something else. But then, after being the cradle, since Peppa Pig was damaged, I decided to switch. But since I forgot that Rockroller was in the bench and I forgot to take it out, I decided to go into Cinnaboo, since Cinnaboo is basically the only good thing we have against it. Since we have Stupefy, which paralyzes it, the Wisp Pop goes down pretty easily to the Stupefies. And next is something I worry about, the Krakola. Since Krakola has Earth type move, and it's higher level than most of my Loomians, I decided to switch into my Star Zap, even though it has Mud Splatter. But since Mud Splatter is not really that good, I decided to just brute force the battle, since I definitely know I am not going to win this. But it turns out it uses Magma Blast, which gets a critical, and this really worries me. I think of that switching out to Twilight just so I can yeah. But then I switch out to Paratweet, the Twitter. And since Mud Splatter does no effect on it, which I predicted it would use Mud Splatter since, you know, electric type. And then check its moves because I could never remember how much damage the moves do. And also its stats because, yeah. Scavenge is then the best move to use out of all of them. So, of course, I choose it. I don't know why I didn't speed up this footage, but of course, like I said the other times, I am not editing it again, because that took me like, I don't know, half an hour or something, because there was like 40 minutes in total of footage, and now it's dwindled down to 13 minutes, and now I don't feel like trying to make it go faster, so you're just gonna have to deal with me talking about random stuff. But now the Krakola rests, which I don't care, because then it goes down to Twitter. And of course, we win. We get the experience. Skalava levels up and tries to learn quick pounds, but yeah, I have no idea why I didn't cut this part out. Of course, we decided to get rid of Growl because, I don't know, Dodge just seems better. Even though I'm probably never ever gonna use Dodge ever. Now, I can't even see what he said. He says mini weight. We then get win. We get the Wisdom Medal. Of course, because why wouldn't we after winning, even though I don't get the badge because I already beat it 2 times. Well, no, 1 time because I lost the first one to him. Of course, now this is the end. Don't forget to suggest names for my Loomians, and which is the Cinnaboo, the Rockroller, the Skalava, and Twilight, and maybe the Paratweet as well, since, you know, it's hashed. Bye!